In the spotlight today, we have for you Brighton Rock from St. Catharines, Ontario. Their EP got them signed, got them a deal with Warner Brothers Records. Of course, the first album is called Young, Wild, and Free. They released about 3 singles off of it. Did pretty well for getting them known, getting them out there, getting them working in front of a lot of different situations so people could see the band. They decided to take the Iron Maiden approach a bit, to go out and play as much as possible in front of any audience, and of course, it did pay off for them. The second album, Take a Deep Breath, did quite well for them also. Room and Control says they're only heading into the studio now to do LP number 3, although I'm sure the writing is done, and the boys are probably chomping at the bit to do what they do best. In the spotlight today, St. Catharines' very own Brighton Rock.
Well, I think our music set us aside from what usual heavy metal is right now. You know, they seen that we had our own genre of music and that we were willing to take it to a certain point. Also, our attitude, and really with the music that we do, they realize that, you know, we have to play a lot. We have to go probably 10 months out of the year, and we're willing to do that. That's the best part of the business for us, going out on the road. So I guess they figured it was worth taking a shot with 5 young punks.
Tell me, what's the new video for? What song?
The new single.
Can't Wait for the Night.
Can't Wait for the Night.
It's a ballad on the album.
February, I think, is when you'll probably see that. After we've done the Triumph Tour, I think we'll do the new video.
Who's going to direct it? Do you know?
I have no idea. They keep us in the dark, right? They just say, go play. Like,
we don't even know what we're playing
play.
tonight. They're just going to tell us.
Well, do you know what the video is going to look like? Have you any concept?
I can tell you one thing. The 5 girls that were in the first video are going to be in the second video. They're going to have tighter rubber dresses.
That's the only say we had in the video, folks. So we figured we'd be true to rock and roll and keep the girls in the video.
Yes, indeed.
Nobody wants to see the band. They want to see the girls.
One more try. Now, we've heard all about this. You've got one fabulous-looking babe in this video.
Do we ever?
Monica Schnarr?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd you get Monica Schnarr to be in your video?
Lots of money.
Is that what it took?
No. Actually,
She liked the concept of the whole video thing. Like, instead of people taking pictures of her, she was taking pictures of a band. So she liked that, and plus she liked the song, actually. So she's all for it.
Here on the hockey pseudo baseball field, and over here, the catcher, Gerry from Brighton Rock, and the crafty umpire. Now here we have a very interesting interview here on the Pepsi Power Hour with Shirley, Erica, and first of all,
on the Power Hour. Brighton Rock, Erica, much music. Going more to the Toronto Blue Jays. We're back with the Pepsi Power Hour. Enjoy.
that's very good, very good. Do you ever think of a career? Is this true? Is it when baseball players don't play baseball anymore, they become announcers?
I'm looking for a job on much music.
Hosting the Power Hour.
The Power Hour, there you go. No, I don't know. You know, some guys do get a chance to go on to, into announcing stuff. You know, with the Blue Jays, we got Buck Martinez, who was with the Blue Jays for a few years. And, I mean, it's something that I think a personality will get you back into the, behind the booth, and on a TV screen. And a lot of guys, they really don't want to do stuff like that. They want, if they get out of the game, they want to stay away from the game. I mean, they've done it for, X amount of years, and they've had enough of it. But then, like I said, the producers, just like they come out and they find people like yourself and say, hey, would you like to do something like this? Or you audition for it? And, it's the same thing that happens.
This could be a screen test for you in a sense. Perhaps some important Blue Jay boss will be watching this and they'll think,
well, they think, maybe a chance, being behind the camera or something. I like being out behind the camera on a mound, so that's what I enjoy doing right now.
Wade's going to be our road manager. You see him from backstage passes on the next tour. He's already got his job figured out. He'll be with us for a little while here.
one thing I noticed when I go to the games, whenever anybody goes up to hit, there's some song associated with the player. So who chooses those songs?
That's the guy up in the booth. He picks those. Sometimes, a ball player will come up and say, hey, could you play this while I go up to, when I'm going up to the plate? Or, as far as, pitchers are concerned, they play a song for us when we come into a game, too. And, I mean, that's...
What's your song?
They got Easy Money, and I don't know why they call it Easy Money. So, I mean, to me, it's a little bit...
Well, aren't you called in to pitch 1 or 2 innings?
Yeah, exactly. Coming out of the bullpen, to face, maybe a couple guys in, crucial situations, or maybe, finish off the ball game. But, right now we got Tom Hinkie, who's, he's doing that right now. But
the Terminator.
There you go. You know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people here in Toronto do. But no, that's just, my job is to come out there and, maybe pitch, 1, 2 innings and, get to Tom Hinkie. So right now, we're struggling a little bit right now, but we're gonna turn it.
Don't worry, we're with you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll turn it around. We'll start kicking someone's butt again.
Exactly. So what the heck is Brighton Rock doing with the Blue Jay?
Hey, he can sing louder than us.
Yeah. I met Dwayne at a Motley Crue show, and we hit it off, and we hung around, and then when Dwayne came back up for the beginning of the new season, we were doing the new records. We gave him a call, got him and Pat down there, because these guys kick butt.
So you actually performed on their record?
Yeah, we came back and we were backup singers on Bulletproof and Hollywood Shuffle for them. And like Gerry said, you know, we hooked up at a Crue concert, and from then on, you know, we just swapped telephone numbers, and ever since then, you know, we've been keeping in touch with each other. Go out and eat dinner every now and again, and you know, I mean, I enjoy music. You know, I mean, I think that's something that you know, rock musicians and baseball players have in common, is that they work at night, they have most of the days off. You know, that's pretty much how baseball is, except for on weekends. And so these guys get into the sports side of it, and we get into the music side of it. You know, and you know, we get to go out and go to, you know, to all these little HMV stores or, you know, Musicland or whatever, and we pick out our favorite groups and stuff. And these guys go out and they pick up their, you know, their rotisserie leagues, or you know, they get involved with all these you know, celebrity things where they can go out and play, you know, celebrity softball and stuff like that. You know, and so to me, I think, you know, musicians and athletes are pretty much, you know, same boat, you know, as far as professional sports are concerned, because we do the same things at the same times, and so it gives us time to keep up with each other.
Let me talk about this for a second. Your first video from this new album is called Hollywood Shuffle.
Yep.
To me, that's an attempt to break into the American market blatantly. There's nothing wrong with that. Is that true?
Well, we wrote this whole album in California, so it's the first time that we've ever wrote a record outside of Canada. So it was a whole different feel in Los Angeles. It always has been. It's entertainment. It's
The song itself was actually written on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah,
It's like, you can't get any more Hollywood than that. I mean,
and it was just the whole vibe coming from the street, from Sunset, from Hollywood, and Phrase came up with the riff and came in and said, look, this one should be called Hollywood Shuffle. And it was like, yeah. So
These guys were down on Hollywood and Vine having a good time. That's what they were doing. They were out there.
don't say, you're gonna get us in trouble, Dwayne. Come on now.
Yeah, but we're not really making a blatant attempt. It was just something that we have always looked at it as if we're reporters, you know what I mean? Whatever we go through on the road or what we go through in our personal lives, our way of expressing it is through a song.
It's interesting that you are going through something similar to what the Blue Jays are going through, and I know that in America, when the Blue Jays play, they get an okay audience. Here, you sell out, you're like the hottest thing, and it's this Canadian stigma. Do you feel that in the States?
Not anymore. Not with, we've got an awful lot going on in America with this record, and we haven't even released it, and we've had labels come to us. So that's a rare happening. We really feel we're going to get a shot in America. And that's all you can really ask for. You know, there is a bit of a Canadian stigma, but we're not going to let it bother us. We're going to go out and we're going to play 200 shows in America, and we're going to do exactly what Rush did when we were growing up, you know, build it that way. And two things are for sure. The Jays are going to be world champs, and we're going to be world champs.
Well, you heard it here on the Pepsi Power Hour. Very well said. And now we thank you very much for, well, pitching. You got to work on that one. It's like a little bit off the base on there.
Yeah, you got some kind of hack there. I don't want to face you with guys in scoring position. You might drive them in.
Thank you very much, Dwayne Ward, guys from Brighton Rock, and this is a Hollywood Shuffle on the Pepsi Power Hour.
Woo, get it loud, man.